There's always one thing I forget to do. There we go. Check, check. Audio levels look okay. Let's get this pasted into the chat right now. Alrighty. Big giant head, check. Fabulous looking beard, check. Epic adventuring music, check. I think it's time for Adventures After Dark. Hi everybody, it's Big Ed Mustafa. Welcome to Adventures After Dark. I'm your host. I'm excited to be here. And I am happy to kick off my fundraising efforts tonight for Extra Life. Tomorrow is going to be a huge day here on Lotro Stream. There's going to be lots and lots of great streamers. They've even allowed me to help fill in for an hour. Looking forward to doing that, getting to spend a little extra time with y'all. So come on by and say hello. We are also raising money for a great cause. Extra Life raises money for Children's Miracle Network hospitals. And yeah, if you think helping sick children is a dumb idea, then just, quit watching right now, because you're going to be hearing a lot about Extra Life. This is my third year in participating in Standing Stone Games' fundraising effort. Excited to pitch in and be part of the team. I always enjoy raising money for a good cause. I badgered you guys back in August about my Labor Day Air Show. That was a terrific effort, and the Twitch community here for Lotro contributed heartily to that. Very much appreciated. And you guys are always generous when it comes to supporting Extra Life and helping Standing Stone Games hit its goal. So thank you for that, and I'm sure we'll have another great year this year. And I know, man, inflation's been tough and everything's expensive, but seems like if you dig deep, you can usually still find money to help out with a good cause, and it's appreciated. Punctured shields level 73. Well, it gets them out of the bag. So we'll start with task item turn-ins, because, it gets stuff out of your bag. Something I desperately need to do all the time. Riders of Standguard. Punctured shields. There we go. What else do we have? I've been cleaning out a lot of task items lately. Still got a bunch of clipped ears. Man, I turned in a bunch of clipped ears. In fact, I'm surprised. I'm looking down the line. Stony skins. That's this whole deal. Intriguing filth. Worst job in Middle Earth? Task item collector. Imagine standing there all day just so people can come up and give you piles of intriguing filth and disgusting filth and reeking filth and expect a reward for it. It's like, what? You brought me disgusting, reeking filth? Thank you so much. Here's your reward, good sir. I want no part of that. Petrified branches. Wonder who those are for. Elves of Felagoth. Obsidian scales, mysterious ears. Alright. What else we got? Back to clipped ears, level 93. Minas Tirith rep. Anybody else take these? Clipped ears. Rangers of Ithilien. We do our task item turn-ins every day because they're good and good for us. You get experience points, item experience points, war steed experience points. You earn titles, you earn cosmetics. You can even earn Lotro points if you turn in enough task items, but most importantly, it helps get junk out of your bags. That's why I love task item turn-ins. Master of Dungeons says, what sorcery is this? By sorcery, I mean plugin. Am I using a plugin? I don't use plugins. My game client is completely stock. I'm too lazy to keep up with updating plugins is basically the reason why. Have no problem if you want to use plugins, knock yourself out. Are we talking about the one giant bag?
I think he means your extra life plugin.
Oh, this is a housing neighborhood area. I think he was just wondering about the yeah. I'm just in the housing area. I usually come here to do task item turn-ins, so if I'm trying to clean out old junk, I don't have to go to 5 different areas. Housing area task boards are one of my favorite additions to the game. I very much appreciate them. Bristled fur is a thing. Who gets the bristled fur? I think that's the dwarves. Nope, elves of Felgoth. Oh, I must be done. That's 10 out of 10. Never mind, I will hang on to those bristled furs. There it is. Hello, Antler. How are you?
I'm alive. I made it through Halloween.
Well, fantastic. Congratulations on that. Also wanted to thank you for the tip on Walmart stocking tonight's featured snack, the Hot Ones Barbacoa edition of the Pringles. I had eaten, was it last Friday or was it Wednesday night I was eating the Verde?
Probably Friday.
Okay, so last week I was eating the Verde, and my buddy bought them at the candy shop that we frequent on our way back to the office for lunch. From lunch, I should say. And I hadn't seen them anywhere, and Antler did some research and found them on Walmart's website. And I get our groceries delivered through Walmart Plus, just because it's easier than trying to shop with everything else I have to do.
I actually was in the store.
You saw them in the store. Okay. Oh no, the multiple task boards. Yeah, the housing area is the best place to do your task item turn-ins. I do a lot of task item turn-ins, so that was of keen interest to me. And just like that, I got 3 extra pack spaces opened up, Antler. It's fantastic.
So that. I'm impressed.
Antler actually spotted the chips in the wild, and I was able to get some delivered with our last grocery order. And I still have, I'm going to drink them tonight just to get them out of the fridge. I have 2 cans of the Oreo flavored Coke Zero,
which I have never been able to find in the wild.
It's not great. I offered to drive out and give these to you, but you filed a restraining order against me, so I can't get within 500 yards of you. Antler actually lives in relatively close proximity to me. He came out to the air show a year ago. I've met him and his mom in person, and he was so terrified that he's avoided me ever since. Probably a wise decision. That's okay. Nobody would blame you. Although I have met Lotro Lady Gun, Eldlith in person, Simply MJ, formerly known as Maiden of Rohan, and her husband, the Fluff, and all of them are still alive and never disappeared. So meeting me in person is not particularly dangerous. Even if I had dangerous impulses, Mrs. M keeps me on way too short of a leash, so I will do no harm. Yet. There are a lot of weirdos and freaks on the internet. I'm not claiming to not be one of them, but, I'm relatively harmless. Let's see, we've got a Crasher, we've got a Forbin Kid, we've got an Egarther, and Antler's on, but he's not level 120, so...
It's Hobbit night, so...
Hobbit night it is. What's your time slot tomorrow, 2 p.m. Eastern? Definitely want to watch. I'll look forward to seeing you.
And we got the UCLA game tomorrow, too.
Yeah. And I just got an email or a text message from one of my buddies saying he was having some people over. So the kickoff is probably right after my time slot. So I'm going to stream for an hour tomorrow, help with the effort here on Lotro Stream, and then I can go watch the football game. It timed out perfectly. Do I have any fish to put away is the question. I do not. It looks like I am fish-free at the moment.
I actually need to start doing some fishing on my Hobbit. I've done it a little bit, and I just stopped because I've been in the Lone Lands.
Lone Lands is where you start Trout Master. There's the two fishing spots right outside of Ostgaruth. It's a great place to catch trout. You only have to worry about the occasional orc or spider walking by, or warg.
Or bog lurker.
Or bog lurker.
What can I do for you?
Yeah, there's usually not bog lurkers around there. It's going to be wargs, orcs, and spiders. So. Oh, you know what else I forgot? No, I'm in Discord. Well, we're talking, otherwise we wouldn't be talking. Well, I invited all those guys, and none of them are in voice chat yet, which is a little baffling, but maybe they're still just getting set up. I was a little excited to get started tonight because I knew that the Extra Life fundraiser was coming up this weekend and just hadn't found any time to go through. I literally jumped on their website tonight after I cooked dinner for Mrs. M and got registered for this weekend's event and got everything set up, and hopefully we'll get a donation or two just to test and make sure everything's working as expected. So there's Forbin Kid saying howdy. Hello, Forbin Kid.
Saying howdy here too.
Yeah, and he popped into voice chat too. Welcome, welcome. Waiting for Egarther and Freelancer so we can all figure out what we want to do tonight. I didn't realize, so to say I'm oblivious to professional baseball would be an understatement. Freelancer was not with us Wednesday night, and he almost never misses a Wednesday night. And we were all like, I wonder where Freelancer... Well, the Dodgers were playing. Freelancer's
I didn't realize that either.
Yeah, he's a lifelong Los Angeles Dodgers fan and is probably just over the moon that they won another championship. I believe it's the 8th time the Dodgers have won a World Series. And hopefully he got a chance to watch that and enjoy the game. We're going to start by choking down one of these Oreo Coke Zeros.
I got the news flash on my phone right after I logged off Wednesday night. I was like, oh, wait a minute, the World Series was on today?
Yep. All right, we're going to do our first chair stream hype because for some reason I got a dish of the chips out and I brought the can in to show it off and I didn't bring the bowl of chips with me. So I'm going to go get the chips I actually put out. I'll be right back.
Hello, Egarther.
Hello.
All right. I am back. Hello, Egarther.
Good evening.
Now, the Los Caliente Verde chips didn't seem that hot when you first started eating them, but the heat was cumulative. The more you ate, the hotter they got. And my first taste of the barbacoa chip is that it tastes like a good barbecue chip that's got some spice to it, but it's not too bad. But I'm wondering if it's just going to build up like the Verde chips did. This sauce I have a Los Caliente red sauce that I've not made wings with. It's not the barbacoa. This is different from the other sauce that I have. Um, if I'd have thought about it, I'd have grabbed it while I was out in the kitchen, but it's not worth running back out there for. But the sauces themselves, if you order them from Hot Ones, are very good. And the chips are very good. I'm quite happy with these. I don't usually buy potato chips. And if Mrs. Mustafa knew we had these, she'd be demanding them right now. But that's okay.
Just wait 30 minutes.
Exactly. So, I sent Crasher an invite, but he didn't respond, and he's not in chat. We'll send him another invite. Oh, Master of Dungeon says, I love hot peppers myself. Grew my first batch of Reapers, Dragon's Breath, and Scorpions last year. That is ambitious. I like some heat, but if I'm actually eating a pure pepper, there's a taquerio here in town called De Leon, and it's pretty authentic Mexican food done in a fast food style. Everything's in a styrofoam carton and plastic tableware. But the tacos are excellent. Their tacos al pastor are wonderful. They make a lot of really good dishes. And if you order the street tacos, they give you a roasted serrano pepper. That is my maximum heat level if I'm eating a straight pepper. I can use habaneros if I'm cooking. I'm not going to bite into one. That would be stupid for me. But if I'm making a batch of chili, if I want to pump things up, no problem. In fact, one of my favorite dishes, we had a local Mexican restaurant here in town called Rivera's. That's supposed to be, the owner's supposed to be opening up a new restaurant. He closed the old one because he was in the middle of a divorce. And one of the best dishes I had at his restaurant, I went in one time and he had for a lunch special a 12-ounce bone-in sirloin chop, a pork chop, in a peach and habanero glaze. And you could taste the habanero, but the peach glaze, the sugar from it, controlled the heat from the habanero, and the two of them just balanced each other perfectly. It was really good. So, my nephew was complaining the other night. He popped on to play Warships with us, and I started talking food, and he's like, "Man, you're making me hungry. I got to go get something to eat."
That was Gormabald.
Gormabald also. I do that to everybody all the time. I think Gormabald I did that to Monday or Tuesday. I don't remember. In fact, it might have been Wednesday right at the beginning of us playing
Yeah, I
Retro.
remember that.
Master of Dungeon says, got my wife up to jalapenos. She finally started adding them to her chili. Habaneros are next. The Serranos are a good gap filler there. That's a big jump from about 5,000 Scoville to 250,000. Those Serranos, I think, are about the same as Thai chilies. I think they come in around 50,000 Scoville. That would be a good next step before you move her up to habaneros or Scotch bonnets. Just my opinion. She's your wife. Interestingly enough, Mrs. M has no problem with spicy food generally. And we were at a Thai restaurant one time, and she ordered a red chicken curry hot. And I took 2 or 3 bites, and I was just on fire, and she finished the whole plate. I was pretty impressed with that.
Wow.
Yeah, she's no slouch. And even in her current delicate condition, she still routinely picks up hot food, and she'll be like, it's not spicy, and she'll like be tearing up and have snot coming out of her nose, but it won't bother her to eat it. Yeah.
You should get her one of those hot sauce packages that had every level of hot sauce, and then just see what she does.
So, well, that's weird. Freelancer joined us and then dropped out again. Wonder if he's had internet problems or something else is going on. Might just be trying to finish up something. Hopefully he'll be along when he's ready, but I think he knows we're here at least. So I do not have any brilliant ideas for what we want to do tonight. Foreman Kid says my hottest sauce is plum sauce.
Well, do we want to take revenge on that scourge that we couldn't deal with on Wednesday? If we can get more people?
If we can get 5, it would be good.
Yeah. Maybe a zinger and a freelancer. So. Zinger is usually not one to go tilting at windmills for no reason, so if we don't get freelancer, I don't know that Zinger will be talked into joining us, but it's always worth a shot.
What can I do for you?
I think I was all buffed up and it sent me running pretty quick, so we'll need volume maybe to round it.
Maybe.
Okay, I did find a scourge, but it's not the same scourge as the one that kicked our butts.
Well, good.
This one is Urdar, who's Urdar is a Jangavar with battle cats.
Okay.
So I don't know where he falls in the level of difficulty or challenge. Looks like he has 6 battle cats, each of which has about 81k, and he himself has about 300k morale. That's all I can tell.
It seems like a lot of health.
I think that's as much as the Huorn had.
Yeah, the Huorn ripped us up.
Well, but we eventually.
Oh no, I'm thinking of the other guy. I'm thinking of the
Umbaran or whatever it was.
with the fell spirits, the black Numenorian sorcerer. Yeah, those fell spirits kept insta killing us.
Well, they were fearing us, and they had a shadow aura, and yeah, all sorts of nasty stuff. This guy, I think, just has battle cats that probably have bleeds, I would guess.
Mm-hmm.
So, if you guys want to head to my position when you're ready.
It's going to take me a good long while.
It's a little bit southwest of Dale.
All right. Well, I am in Erebor, which I figured was the closest travel point I could get to.
Okay, I just noticed that the Scourge cast a healing spell, an interruptible healing spell, even though there's nothing to heal. So that's something we need to look out to interrupt. Yeah, I'm gathering valuable intel on our foe.
That is fantastic work. Alright, I'm going to take a stable master's horse to Lake Town. I suspect this might take a minute. I'm definitely digging these barbacoa chips. This is quite yummy. Spicy and barbecue is a great combination. And they're just hot enough that they might make the Oreo-flavored Coke Zero tolerable. All right, we are 21 minutes in, and I don't have a single donation yet for Extra Life. I would love for somebody to kick us off and make sure that the tracker's working. I will post the link again. You can donate $1, $5, $10, $3, whatever's handy. Your support would be greatly appreciated. Help me help Standing Stone Game hit its fundraising goal this year. That's a great community, and we like to all pitch in and do some good work together. So I am happy to be kicking things off tonight and trying to raise some money.
Somebody's killing wolves, I can tell.
Somebody's getting points.
He's heading towards you. There you go.
Not anymore.
Just making sure you weren't AFK or something.
Yeah. I have a howling wolf quest. I don't know where I picked it up, but I might as well do it while I'm here.
That gets auto-bestowed when you kill a wolf.
Okay.
That's what I meant, that I knew that someone was killing wolves, because it popped up for me too.
I thought maybe you saw the fur I acquired. Do not kill battle cats.
Why don't you want to kill battle cats?
It might create a fuss in the neighborhood.
Okay. There is some cumulative heat with these chips. It's not too bad, though. Uh-oh. I have somehow gotten south of you.
You experiencing southern hospitality?
No, just a little confusion. I thought we were down here towards the swampy area when we ran into that dude last time.
No, it's a different spawn point.
Okay. I was going back to the
I
exact same spawn
haven't
point.
checked that one. If you want to check it while you're there to see, I can give you the coordinates.
No, I thought you were on a
That one is 15.2, 22.8.
All right, I'll go back.
Whereabouts are you guys?
We are out
You're-
in the Dale Lands looking for scourges.
That I know.
Orbankin and I are near just like southwest of Dale, a relatively short distance. Ed is somewhat southeast, down on the other side of the lake.
For some
I'm
reason.
Trying to decide
Still a
which
long way
that,
away from those
gravel
coordinates you gave me.
So I was just getting ready to start one of the Gorgoroth instance things when I joined the fellowship, and it wouldn't let me.
Oh yeah, that scourge is here. The Numenorian with all the twisted fell spirits. I'm looking at him.
Okay. He's in the same spawn point as Wednesday. Okay.
Yep. Oh, and I was congratulating you before you jumped into voice. We couldn't figure out where you were on Wednesday, and then I realized, oh, Dodgers.
There was no way you were going to see me on Wednesday.
Well, I know it's a passion of yours and you're a lifelong Dodgers fan. I apologize. Professional baseball didn't even cross my mind.
Job is finished.
So I'd mentioned that was the Dodgers' 8th World Series win. And for the rest of the evening, we will refer to you as Freddie Freeman Lancer.
You'd say you're closer to Dale than Lake Town?
Yeah. Yeah, we're pretty
Yep.
close to Dale. I rode down here from Erebor. I'm at Tav Yildash or Tail Yildash.
Taking it right there.
It's a very shallow river.
Alright. Be willing to help. Did my mic stop working?
Nope, we hear you. I didn't quite make out what you said, though.
Said I would be willing to help.
Oh, I'm sorry. I sent you like 3 invites earlier. I didn't realize I hadn't re-invited you again. That is my bad. We still got room in the fellowship for 2 more if anybody wants to join us.
The invite
Not
was
every-
age.
Not every day you get to beat up a Jangavar with 6 battle cats.
Exactly. And hello, Freelancer.
Let's stay mounted.
as I was mentioning earlier, I do think there's a heal he has that we need to interrupt once he's interruptible.
Thing that's beyond tricky when mounted.
Exactly.
Does that heal himself or the cats too?
I don't know. It was called Grim Renewal or something like that, but it certainly looked like a heal, and it was a yellow bar, so that indicates that it's interruptible. It's either himself or the cats.
Yeah, I was wondering if I do the cats on horse and then dismount for him, because I don't
That's
have
what I'm
the
thinking.
interrupt. I don't have the interrupt on horse. I don't
Yeah,
know
that's a
if it's
plan.
great one.
That also give us a feel for how tough this guy is. I have no idea.
I'm sure he'll be tough like, I don't know, like the Yankees.
Oh, too soon.
Uh,
Oh, we're gone.
something that I did mounted that I thought was for me turned out to have an aggro effect.
Did we only pull one cat? Nope, they're all here.
Initially, they're all coming. Yeah,
yeah,
I've
they're
got.
coming
Oh
now.
man, he goes fast. I have dash on and
Oh
he's
boy,
keeping up
if
with
he's
me.
if he's running,
I have dash on and he's keeping up with me. That's bogus.
yeah, I'm going full tilt too.
You should probably switch
He's
to a
under a
light
bubble.
war steed.
What's a light war speed?
The correct one.
There, got one.
He's on me, but he doesn't seem to be able to run that fast and also attack. So maybe there's a
There's a benefit.
yeah. So there's a kiting benefit. Here he comes. He's on me again. Doesn't seem to have much of a ranged attack because I haven't been hit with anything.
Yeah, so far everything's pretty healthy.
Oh,
Maybe
there's
this
another
is-
one down.
This battle might be like a reward for not hating on mounted combat
Something
too
tapped
hard.
me,
Yeah.
but not significantly.
Watch what you say.
Another battle cat. Well, three that I've seen go down. I think there's about three left.
I see 4. I've only seen 2 go down. Another? There's definitely 3 cats left.
Okay, he's after me. Man, can he move.
Alright, let's focus down on the boss.
Yeah, he's definitely doing some sort of heal.
We still got a shield up? Are we missing a cat?
No, I
Okay.
finished off one.
No, I
I
think
don't know if that
cats
was the
are
last
gone.
one.
He's
Again, it was.
packless.
That's something he's
Backless.
cast.
Alright.
Yeah, Grim
Grim
Renewal.
renewal.
We need to interrupt that, otherwise we'll be here all day.
Well, I'll try dismount.
Hey, wow! Okay, I try to face him and he runs away. And fast.
Well, as soon as I dismounted, he ran straight for me.
Okay, interrupt. There we go.
And he's on me, so Swift Blow didn't do too much damage.
He's done.
That wasn't too bad at all.
Yeah, the next scourge should be easy.
Exactly.
Wait, I got 3 tokens of the lake river.
Nice.
I got 3 tokens.
Yeah,
Zinger,
That's
come
fine.
play with us. Come play with us, Zinger.
See how much fun it is?
Yeah.
Oops, I'm on the wrong horse.
Would you get on
Actually,
Egarther's
I
battle
have
seed by
170
mistake?
tokens.
Got on a rocking horse. Not moving very fast.
Oh, you're trying to make your way across the Dale lands on an 11% horse?
Oh, that's a problem.
Do we have a destination? Or...
Yeah, there's a spawn point over in the boggy area at the far side of the lake. Give me a second, I'll give you the coordinates. Just need to get out of combat here.
Well, no wonder I haven't gotten any donations. I was like, dang it, I'll donate just to make sure everything's working, and it's not working. I went to go find myself, and it says, player not found.
On a
Kinda
journey
hard
to
to
find
donate.
yourself. Okay, 15.2 north, 22.8 west.
Okay, I'm highly annoyed. All right, let me put in an actual valid working link this time. Let's try that one.
Yeah, I got the quest pop up. Around here somewhere. There he is.
All right, that looks like a live one.
It's working.
Okay.
I hit the link, but I didn't donate.
Why am I not? Oh, I already have this quest. I've run past him many times. Ah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Looks like kind of the same setup.
Yeah, except with fearing and shadow auras.
Your beard makes you look homeless.
Perfect.
I will go hybrid. I will use my blue one, but I won't swap any of my armor. I'll start out mounted again. See how his fear works when you're.
All right, we've got a $7.48 donation, and the newest link I just put into chat is working. So
That Edward Pash guy is a real generous soul.
well, he was mean to me. What he said about my beard wasn't very cool.
Some people may not. Name posted. I wonder.
30 more bucks, thank you. I believe that was Forbin Kid kicking in. You're always very generous, Forbin Kid. I appreciate it. Every time I do a fundraiser, I'm like, gee, I hope Forbin Kid's not eating cat food for the rest of the month.
If he starts meowing, then
we'll know.
maybe cut back.
Yeah.
A cat doesn't share.
Like Joey, huh? Right here? Nope.
I am getting close. Apologize, but it took me just a minute to get that figured out.
Hello, Putton.
Hello, Ponton Finberry. How are you, good sir? So we're going to try this the same way, stay mounted.
I would say so.
All right.
I don't know what abilities the boss has. The fearing, I don't know if that's the fell spirits that were doing the fearing or the boss.
Weren't they doing shadow damage too? Because it seemed like we were getting burned down real quick here.
Yep, shadow. They have the fell spirits have an aura, shadow damage aura. But we were dying so fast that we didn't even really get to see what the boss was doing.
Can you reduce fear by closing your eyes?
Well, you turn your monitor off, maybe.
Now that we've cleared this section of the landscape, we should pull them into this area.
Oh man.
Mac.
Yeah, that's not cool. I'm gonna have to dismount to cleanse that. That is bogus.
Well, that fear is pretty wide-ranging when you're on a horse.
Fear wasn't getting me. It was another shadow damage that I couldn't clear.
Yeah, that boss is a mean hit.
Did it reset?
I don't think so.
I can,
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah. It's all running.
Berry sorbet. That sounds pretty good. The cafeteria at work had a berry cheesecake fluff that they made. It was on the salad bar. That was pretty good. They didn't have anything to eat it with, though. It's like, here, just scoop this into a dish and just eat it with a spoon, which would be fine, but it's like... If they had some graham crackers or Nilla wafers to dip in it, that would have been better.
We have a new Mediterranean restaurant here. Nice little place. I've been very happy with it so far. They just began advertising a new dessert, and I'm not sure if I dare, because if I like it, I'm never gonna want to leave. It's a
Wendy, thank you
half
for the $25.
cheesecake and half baklava.
Oh, that sounds really good. They sell this in actual orange rind. Just fill it with sorbet. Nice. Oh, I found a very foo-foo French bakery just a couple miles from where we live, to Le Jour, and everything was like milk bread was $3.95. I got a couple of these Portuguese egg tarts that were $6 for these, little egg tarts, and a single macaroon was like $2.85. but everything I tasted there was absolutely delicious. It was like, yeah, I could see where this place might be dangerous.
Tous les jours, that would be all the days.
There you go.
Unless it's some sort of idiomatic expression.
You're idiomatic. Wait, what are we talking about? Where?
Oh, okay. It might mean every day.
Okay.
All right, so I'm going to ask the question, is this happening?
Oh, you broke up. What did you say?
Is this happening? Doing this
Where'd it
scourge?
go?
Well, he's right around here somewhere.
I had it on minimap and
Can we do anything different? Chat, I can put on the hope plus 5 or 6 hope.
I mean, I could switch to blue for a little extra healing at the expense of DPS. We could try to CC. They don't look like the minions don't look like they're immune to CC. But without healing, I don't know. I'm following him if you guys haven't located him
I
yet.
see it.
You guys want me to switch to healing? I can try to heal, but man, as fast as they're burning us down.
Oh, that was not supposed to impact them.
One of them is mezzed.
Oh, my
See if
fault.
I can, let me see if I can root another.
Dang! Go again.
I got feared.
Me too.
He's after me. Damn it.
I think I managed to split off a single one.
Oh, I'm dead. You know, the really annoying part is when they fear me and I'm on foot. They keep following me and hitting me while my back's turned and I can't attack back.
Here they come.
You just get to eat the damage and it's very aggravating.
You can drink some green juice. That's about all I could do.
Yeah. Doesn't really do enough to help me.
Oh. Almost quicker to swim across. I don't think
Yeah,
it's worth.
that's what I did last time. Although Lake Town is a bit of a maze to figure out where you can actually start swimming.
Ah, no way.
Way.
Single hit for well over half my health. Yeah, I don't see a path to this without
Singer,
a
come
group
play
and
with
a
us.
very dedicated healer.
Singer.
You got room for 2 more.
Yeah.
That might help a little bit. Except too bad you get. We should have somebody that can raise because it's a long way back from the burial point.
And even if Bacchus shows up with his 120 hunter, I don't know if even that would help that much.
Couldn't
we're
hurt.
getting high enough. We're getting high enough level that even that might not be enough. Plus, I think that's a Valard hunter anyway.
Yep.
I mean, if we just want revenge, I could switch to one of my higher levels.
So, but then we'd have to do them twice.
We can
Yeah.
save it for
the
Wednesday. We
problem.
don't have to worry about the Dodgers playing next week.
Oh,
They're all working on their chipping
Job
and
is
putting now. Exactly. All right, the barbacoa chips are all gone, and I got the last 2 Oreo Coke Zeros drank. I have caught a roach. So I can finally drink a proper regular Coke Zero. I know
after
I'm
it's been in the water, you're going to have to lay it out for a while to dry before you can relight it.
That's true. No, I think roach is a kind of fish.
And I got time to go make a coffee.
Singer says, I'm anything but dedicated. That's all right. We enjoy having you along, buddy. I don't think Freelancer was referring to the bug either. Oh, music trivia question for you, Freelancer. The song Dirty Work, Steely Dan, Can't Buy a Thrill. Are you familiar with this tune? Freelancer may have stepped away. Hooray! You want to join Wendy and Forbin Kid in the Cool Kids Club, just donate some money right now to Extra Life. The money that I raise specifically will not only go towards Standing Stone Games totals, but also supports St. Luke's Hospital in Sioux City, Iowa. It is part of the Children's Miracle Network hospital system. And I got asked when I was raising money for Make-A-Wish of Nebraska if Make-A-Wish does any medical research, and my response was no. They provide holistic care and support for the families. One of the reasons I enjoy doing the Extra Life fundraiser is this fundraiser directly supports medical care for sick children. And I think both of them are very important, and I'm proud to be raising money for both causes. But Make-A-Wish is good for now, so we're working on the Extra Life fundraiser for Children's Miracle Network. Not making a lot of progress on Lake Master, but definitely getting some good trout.
We're not going to try this again, are we? Because this isn't working.
No. I
Oh,
don't
are
think
we
Okay.
done? Okay, what do we want to do? Is there another scourge to go find?
I don't know. I
need 2 more flies.
took a break while I was swimming across the lake.
Oh, I was asking you a music trivia question. The song Can't Buy a Thrill by Steely Dan from, no, the song is Dirty Work. No, yeah, Dirty Work from Can't Buy a Thrill, Steely Dan.
What about it?
Who sings the lead vocals? It's definitely not Fagan or Becker. I actually looked it up a few days ago.
Oh, there's horns behind that song, which
Yep.
makes parts of it sound like a Chicago song. Some of the groove of that song sounds like it should be Doobie Brothers. Not Michael McDonald.
Definitely not. I think the guy's name is David Palmer.
Okay.
Great song, great voice. No idea who this guy is or what else he might have been involved in or saying.
So the genius of Steely Dan is that they get who they need for the sound they want.
Yeah.
So there's not a hardcore constant lineup.
Well, I can't think of another Steely Dan song where Donald Fagen doesn't sing lead. There might be. I'm not a huge in-depth Steely Dan fan. I like them.
I mean,
I have a
it's
couple of
definitely not
albums.
the same
but-
voice that sings "Ricky, Don't Lose That Number."
Right. That's Donald Fagen.
No, I don't know. And I don't know that name, David Palmer.
Double checking the name. Yeah, David Palmer's the
Dan is a-
vocalist.
Steely Dan is a singular force in classic 70s rock.
Oh, he sang on 2 tracks from Can't Buy a Thrill. Apparently that was Steely Dan's debut album. He also sang on a song called Brooklyn. Okay. The reason why Steely Dan briefly had a different lead singer. All right, I'll have to read about it later. I just thought that was interesting. Yeah, I was just listening to classic vinyl on XM satellite radio the other day, and the song came on. And I don't know that I realized it was a Steely Dan track, actually. I've heard it on the radio and liked the tune, but didn't put it together that that was Steely Dan because it wasn't Donald Fagen singing. And I don't know I've ever heard a DJ come on and talk about that track before, after or before the song played. So I was just like, okay. What was another song that came on? Rock On by, no, I can't remember the guy's name. It's just one of those songs that you always heard on album-oriented radio.
And the first thing that came to my mind was T-Rex, but that's not right.
Nope.
David Essex.
Yep, that sounds right.
David
That's
Essex.
my first thought too.
Yeah.
Bring me to life.
So, well, what's funny is whenever I talk to people that are like most of the generation younger.
Well, we need to back up here on this scourge. Zinger joined us. He's in the party now. You think we can get further with 5 than we did with 4?
I got burned down by one of the minions solo,
Okay.
and I was in tank mode. So
All right.
I don't know.
It is listed as
I got
a.
hit while I was definitely out of range of the boss. I got hit with an effect that was taking like 4K per pulse off of me. I had to dismount, cleanse that, eat a potion, and by then the boss had gotten there, and he finished me with one hit that was worth well over half of my health. So I don't know what our tactic would be.
Well, it's supposed to be a level 115 6-man quest, but maybe this particular scourge is overtuned for that.
Move.
That's really weird.
Between the minions and the boss, it just seems like more than a 6-man or more than 115.
Yeah, I don't disagree.
Well, once more with healing.
Well, like Zinger
So-
said, he's not exactly dedicated. But Yellow Bear might be super helpful.
Well, it's a quick way back to Dale.
Ride the express
I
train.
mean, if he's just pushing group heals every chance he gets, it might get us closer.
All right. Singer, do you have an opinion on whether or not we can take the scourge down? Inquiring minds want to know.
I don't have any special knowledge that would help.
Which actually sounds like a good excuse to shout her out.
It's one
Speaking
of those
of
things
which-
that I probably would just, come
Sleepy
back when
Dog
I'm
TV is
140 and
currently live
hit
playing
with a couple of
Lotro.
Rain of Thorns.
Sleepy Dog's good people. And I think she switched over to Fallout 76, but Master of Dungeons rated Aubrey the Weird One. And I popped over there to say hello. We'll give her a shout out.
Ed, are you aware of a YouTube channel called Professor of Rock?
Yeah, he's popped up in my feed.
He has interesting interviews with a wide variety of different people. Sometimes not just artists, but producers or people who know people who know people.
And I found out last week it's very hard to throw out a box of your old records.
Oh, why would you ever do that?
No use for them anymore. I don't know if there's vinyl collectors. I'm trying to set them out so somebody can pick them up if they want them.
What vinyl are you talking about?
You mean what genre or
His old records.
my old records?
Oh, they're getting quite valuable again.
Yeah, well, if somebody can use them, I take them over to a shop. I should just phone around maybe.
Yeah, Facebook Marketplace. Or any record store if you've got one in your area.
Record store?
I think we still have one in Omaha.
Yeah.
Funny story, Homer's Records and Tapes in downtown Omaha. I don't think they've sold any tapes in about 30 years. But
Yeah.
I was with my mom and my sister one time walking around the old market area near downtown, and there was a couple of people with a camera out on the street, and like, hey, do you want to be in a Homer's Record commercial? And I was like, okay. And so their slogan used to be HOMERS. Homer's has the very best records. And they wanted me to just say HOMERS, and they literally just cut out the O. And they ran this TV spot, and I'm on the screen for a second going, oh, and that's it, right? This commercial ran for like 15 years on local Omaha television. And it was the funniest thing. Years later, after this commercial aired, people would be like, did I just see you on a Homer's commercial? I'm like, yeah, I did that like 8 years ago. And people would be like, wow. And you know what I got for doing that ad? A $5 gift certificate to Homer's.
That's pretty generous for a single syllable.
Oh, yeah. No complaints. I had no expectation of anything. And they were like, first of all, would I even make the commercial? I had no idea. And then it was like, oh, you're actually going to give me $5 to spend in the store? Okay. So, yeah, I was completely happy with the transaction, but it was just unbelievable for how long that ran. And then the idea that I would be recognizable from my 1 second appearance going, oh, it's like, yeah, that was me.
I have about 20 boxes of records. I picked them up at auction. My plan was going to be to put them all on computer, but then somebody else did it for me.
Okay. Are we all here again?
I can hear you.
No, are we all here? Are we ready to
I
fight
can
this
hear you.
dude?
I'm here. Let me maximize my.
I can buff up.
Tower still has a turntable. If you want to drive to Canada, Tower, Forbin Kid will hook you up with some vinyl.
Tower Records.
$20 is worth.
Singer says it does sound like the shadow damage plus fears are a bit overtuned and might just wipe as easily. Yeah, probably. Just a Horse says, nay. Hello, Just a Horse.
Oh, horses, oh, horses.
Right, Ed? Oh, Mr. Ed.
Good news, Tower. We're raising money for Extra Life. I'm part of Standing Stone Games' campaign to support Children's Miracle Network. And all the money that I raise will not be going to Children's Hospital in Omaha, but to St. Luke's in Sioux City, Iowa.
Interestingly, one of the last record stores in LA was Tower Records.
Yeah.
That's where I always went to get my concert tickets.
That was a kind of a destination shopping site, wasn't it? Going to Tower Records in LA was kind of a big deal back in the day.
It's about 3 blocks from the Whiskey.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it was a huge store.
So for those of us who don't have gray in their beard yet, would you care to explain the Whiskey?
Oh, the Whiskey A Go-Go?
Yeah.
I mean, there is no place on earth like it. You could call it a nightclub. It's a little larger than most nightclubs, but it's got a stage. Okay, hang on. Let me put it this way. Have you ever seen Up in Smoke?
Yeah.
So when they do that Battle of the Bands thing at the end of that, that's the Whiskey A Go-Go. They make it look like it's not that small a place. It's really a tiny place. And they got fined all the time by the fire department because the size of the place only should permit about 320 people, and they'd often have over 1,000 people inside. Especially if, like, Duran Duran was there, or the Ramones. The Ramones practically grew up there.
World famous concert venue, the Whiskey A Go-Go in Los Angeles.
Absolutely. But very often, the key Southern California bands play there before they got super well known by the rest of the world. Actually, I have seen Steely Dan there.
Well, there's a happy coincidence to bring it back around.
Yeah, but Quiet Riot opened for groups there for a time.
And from past conversations, if I recall, you were pretty familiar with Quiet Riot back in the day, weren't you?
Went to school with that. Yeah, Randy Rhoads was 2 years ahead of me in high school. Kevin was 2 years older than that.
You went right for me.
Yeah, my younger brother's best friend
Hi, Ginger.
lived next door to Randy Rhoads. So we would sit in his kid's room and listen to Randy and his brother practicing music in their garage. And I'm not talking Quiet Riot stuff, but they played lots of instruments. Their mother was a music teacher. She played like 15 instruments, and she owned a music store that was, dedicated to instruments. Dolores Rose was a pretty amazing woman. And him and his brother would play all kinds of different stuff.
Yeah, and for those not familiar with Randy Rhoads, extremely talented guitarist who played on Ozzy's first 2 solo albums. If you've ever heard Flying High Again, or name a couple of Ozzy songs that he played on that most people would recognize.
Well, obviously Crazy Train,
Crazy Train, yeah.
Mr. Crowley.
That's a little more obscure, but yeah.
Mr. Crowley?
Yeah.
Okay, if you say so.
Well, I don't recall hearing it on the radio, at least not around here.
Oh, yeah. Well, you lived in the wrong part of the country, I guess.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Yeah, I got eaten alive by a minion again.
Gantaran checking in. Hello, Gantaran. There's a couple more friends to shout out. Ginger, we got room for a 6th if you want to come out and die with us.
Always the salesman.
Yeah. Well, I believe in being honest.
Come on. Alright, I'm kiting a little bit. No, I'm not.
You were until you weren't.
Don't worry, Zinger's got this.
Zinger, he's our man. If he can't do it, no one can.
Yeah,
No, it looks like Zinger's getting kited.
Among other things, he puts on a debuff that adds plus 50 Shadow of Mordor, and he can stack that at least twice. So
Nice.
he's putting plus 100 Shadow of Mordor on you.
We've had a couple of generous people get the fundraiser for Extra Life kicked off tonight. Thank you, Wendy. Thank you, Forbin Kid. And whoever insulted my beard threw in $7 or $8. If you guys want to donate, there's the link. I am with Standing Stone Games team, and we'll be on Lotro Stream again tomorrow at 2 p.m. Eastern. We will have streamers going all day. Nice job, Zinger.
Yay, Zinger.
Zinger, yeah.
And for that, we get 3 tokens of the lake and rivers. And bragging rights. Well,
And bragging
we can
rights.
brag about Zinger.
And when Bria says she still needs that one, we'll all be like, oh, we already got that. Should have been here
Yeah,
on Friday
yeah.
night. Yeah. We mostly do this
We
stuff
knocked out.
on Friday nights to torture Bria because she doesn't hang out with us on the weekends.
We casually swung by and knocked out that scourge while we
Yeah,
were
we just curb stomped him real quick while we were in the area.
Well, that was useful for me because the first death I started my coffee. The second death I went and picked it up. Now I'm going to need a third death in about 20 minutes.
That can be arranged.
That's why I always do laundry on Sunday nights because many times I'm the first person sunk in World of Warships. So,
I thought that was me.
well, if you're not there, I'm playing the part of Antler in the division. Oh, the naval battle is underway, Antler, so you should try to get a little work done this weekend.
I'm enjoying the new event.
Oh, the Star Trek event? Yeah, that is kind of fun.
I actually did about 520,000 damage and like 8 kills or something earlier today.
Yeah, and the rewards are kind of stupid high for it, too. It's been helping with some of the other combat missions and stuff. I'm working my way through that Lady Golf string. That's been pretty fun.
I completed my American Cruisers achievement.
Nice. Egarther, you got another Scourge for us. Let's take advantage of Zinger while he's gracious enough to grace us with his presence.
Well, the only other one is Gloomthorn. He tends to spawn on the western side.
We already beat
Let's take a
Gloomthorn,
look.
didn't we?
Yeah, we did. We did. Yeah,
I don't.
but
Zinger, do you want to
but
go after Gloomthorn?
Freelancer wasn't with us.
Oh, that's right. That was Wednesday during the baseball game. Okay, well, let's go get him.
Okay. We all know how much we love navigating around the western part of this zone, right?
It was the best, yeah. Felagoth is beautiful this time of year.
All right. Let's see. The closest one would be where we are now. Would be kind of a little northwest, where we found him last time, which was in the northwest of Logland.
Mm-hmm.
So head that direction, 16.0 north, 36.2 west.
Fantastic. Tower says Borg mission has been pretty good. Cool. Zinger says Felagoth. Oh darn! Suddenly just got called for jury duty. Yeah.
Okay, what are we doing?
We're going off to Aaron Lasglin.
We're gonna go get the scourge
look
that
at-
you didn't get on Wednesday because you were watching baseball.
Gloomthorn. Unless you've already got him.
Oh,
What
This
were
is
the
gonna be a-
coordinates?
16.0 north, 36.2 west. It's a fair ways away from where we are. It might actually make more sense if we take a stable ride to Felagoth.
that's outside of the Elven place, Loglond.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay.
Like, kind of, sort of near the campsite fire on the map.
Kind of, sort of.
That little west of there.
Tower agrees. Stupid high credit rewards and damage.
Well, I'm going home. And then I can port to Felgar.
Oh, I bought a couple more ships. I got a Tier 8 Japanese battleship, and I bought the Mahon. So I have all the Tier 7 American ships now.
How can I be of service?
We ride for Felgoth and for glory.
Felagoth be well past those coordinates you gave?
Well,
It is,
unfortunately,
but it's
yeah,
closer than where we were, though.
my choice of travel points is very limited. So I'm hoping when I get to Felgoth, it'll give me more options.
Does the homestead give you the fast travel there, or do you have to be VIP?
You have to be VIP.
And that sucks.
Tower says I should have 5 new Tier 6s this week. Nice. Yeah, we've all been sailing the Helena in your absence, Freelancer, and we're all like, no wonder he loved this thing. That ship is crazy.
Lag.
Gets the job done.
Yeah, I'm getting off my high horse, getting on my low horse.
Well, half the time I'm firing a second salvo before the first salvo's landed. The fire rate on that
Yeah.
ship is insane. At the right range, the armor piercing gets the job done too. There's a spot on Aegis where I tuck behind an island and wait for the two northernmost Miyokos to come around. And they're like broadside to you at like 4 kilometers, and you just open up with the armor piercing and they just melt. It's pretty awesome. Wasn't expecting the armor piercing to be as effective as it can be at times against the right opponent.
Alright, it doesn't look like it's in the same spawn point.
Oh, good.
I'm there and it's not there. Alright, so let me look up the next one. Due west, 15.4 north, 43.1 west.
43, that's practically the Vale land.
Yep.
Yeah, that's where we found them. Was it Wednesday or last? Yeah, Wednesday night.
I thought we found him here in
No.
near Logland.
No,
Okay.
we found them out by near the Dale Lands there.
Or-
So I
Down-
would
down in the
recommend
hollow.
I would recommend going back into Felagoth and taking the steed to taking the taxi to the far place.
Yeah, that
Um,
sounds good to me.
The Damn Turtle. Okay.
Doesn't sound good to Big Ed though.
Oh, I'm
I
not
don't
too
know
far
if it's
behind you
better for
guys.
him.
Besides, I was thinking about going and grabbing some hummus.
Then it does sound good to you.
Yeah.
And if I take the slow horse, I can jump off and I get near the spot.
Yep. Pun says, here's a trivia question. Which music group formed in the 1930s is still active in 2024? The Glenn Miller Orchestra.
Yeah, I know that. I knew that answer.
I have some Glenn
If you're
Miller
a fan
and
of old
some
movies, the
Benny
Glenn Miller
Goodman.
story with Jimmy Stewart is an outstanding.
You want it in vinyl?
Well, you got some big band vinyl?
Oh yeah, I think I got everything. I picked up a lot at auctions.
Well, you picked up everything but a turntable, apparently.
No, I have turntables too, but I'm just not into doing that sort of stuff now.
We're riding to Tam Teradal?
All.
All right, I'll see you guys
Turtle,
there.
yes.
I will be a while.
Neighborhood of 15 by 43. That'll be a little bit here.
Was that the answer you were looking for, Ponton? Did we disappoint you by firing that off instantly? If you come back and say the Rolling Stones, I'm going to time you out.
It's the
No,
Rolling
I'm sure they
Stones.
started much earlier.
I was in the 7th grade, and my buddies and I would hang out at this local arcade, and one of the guys who worked there also worked for a company that had vending machines and jukeboxes and arcade machines. And he went in to clean the warehouse, and he invited us to hang out and sort through the 45s, and just, if we wanted some records, just pick out some records from this huge box of stuff that they weren't circulating anymore. And I hadn't really been into music much, and I was just kind of going by if I found a record where the song sounded familiar to me, if I think I liked it, I was just grabbing stuff. And at the end of the day, I had just somehow managed to gravitate towards a bunch of Rolling Stones songs and hadn't been a fan and hadn't really thought about it before. And it was like, oh, these all sound familiar, and I think I like these songs. I ended up taking this pile of 45 singles home and listening to them, and man, I've just been hooked on the Stones ever since. I still have the very first album I ever got. A buddy of mine I went to junior high school with, who was the best man in my wedding, and I still talk to him despite the fact that he introduced me to my wife. Matter of fact, I'm going to his house to watch the UCLA game tomorrow. Hopefully the Huskers get bowl eligible. He bought me a copy of Still Life Talking, the 1981 concert album, in 1981. And I still have it. Sitting in my record crate about 8 feet to my left.
That's your first Stones album?
Yeah. It was a gift.
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah.
My first Stones album is It's Only Rock and Roll.
Well, I know. Your beard is
From my sister.
probably
It's a
grayer than
Christmas
me.
gift from my sister. My what?
I said your beard is probably grayer than mine.
Gray. Yeah. If only there were that much color in it.
There you go.
Mine's gone past gray and is white, and it's longer.
All white.
What a great album that is. That was a gift from your sister?
Yeah. She gave me, it's so weird. She gave me 3 record albums for Christmas and all just wrapped together.
What were the other 2?
John Denver. And Fandango.
ABBA?
What? I said Fandango.
Okay.
You don't know who that is?
I assume it is Santana.
Oh,
And I guess I don't know
Alright,
who
somebody-
Fandango is.
somebody's got to help him out here.
Yeah, help me
ZZ
out.
Top.
Okay. All right.
That's the one with Tush, Mexican Blackbird, Blue Jeans Blues, Heard It on the X. Oh, that's just an amazing album. Man, I fell in love with that album.
That does sound like quite the record.
I'm 12 years old.
I have to confess, I think the only ZZ Top album I have is the best of ZZ Top. I have not collected their records. I mean, the problem is, we've talked. I like ZZ Top. I respect them musically. In fact, they opened for the Stones in some of their shows in '81. And I've said it before. I'll say it again. If you don't like the Rolling Stones, you don't think they're the world's greatest rock band, don't embarrass yourself by voicing that opinion. The fact that they're the world's greatest rock band is not an opinion. It is a statement of fact. And they have had headliners open for them on many concert tours. ZZ Top, Journey, there were several others on that '81 tour. Got him. Looking right at him. We're at 15-2 north and 42-4 west. So.
I was right there. He must be patrolling.
Looks pretty stationary.
He just grew.
But if we've got Zinger with us, it's going to be the Battle of the Bees. I'm kind of excited to watch how this unfolds. So, Ponton says the one there, also the Blind Boys of Alabama, which one member joined in '39 but couldn't stay to rejoin in the '80s. Still alive but retired last year.
Tragedy of B-on-B violence.
And Ponton says the Stones aren't good. You're correct. The Stones are magnificent, the greatest of all time. undisputed.
It sounds like it's ripe for I am no man type nitpicking. Nitpicking. Technically.
Four. We're just missing salinity.
Well, yeah, I already checked a different spawn point, and I was on my way to the very last spawn point when you said, he's back here.
Yeah, that's okay. What was funny about it is I wasn't even really looking for him. I was just trying to catch up to y'all. Where are these guys at? And I started spinning around, and there he was.
Oh, that green skill that I kept thinking was one of my buffs when I'm mounted is actually a taunt. That would explain things.
Wow, they're really paying a lot of attention to me.
Life's a you know what, then you discover your heal is actually a taunt. Did I ever tell you about the hunter I played with in WoW who realized one day that the button he thought was push to talk was actually his multi-shot? He was wondering why he kept on pulling stuff accidentally.
There was an old saying in EVE Online that if an EVE player left EVE to go play World of Warcraft, the population of each game would get just a little bit smarter every time.
What they say about people that move from Tennessee to Arkansas.
Tennessee's supposed to be beautiful. I've never visited.
Well, there's a lot of Tennessee.
Yeah.
There are some beautiful places, and there are some trash places. Trust me when I say Memphis is of the latter. These minions, these angry bees fall pretty quickly.
Nothing to it.
Took way longer to find the damn thing.
It's alright, we put him down.
Hey, Arthur, language.
Damn and crap are perfectly acceptable. So that's enough damn crap out of you, Antler. I like this nice grassy hilltop in the middle of northern Mirkwood. You can still talk, Antler. I was just being funny.
I know, I'm doing inventory management.
All right. I'd hate for anybody to think I was a bully. Fortunately, that accusation has never, ever been made about me before, so I don't have to really worry. We like Antler because Antler can take a joke. And he has the singing voice of an angel. All right, fellas, what's next on the fun agenda? Potton says, nah, the Stones are great. I actually played a 30-minute set of the Rolling Stones during Weatherstock Series event on Landerville's server. Awesome. I don't get upset. Although it was the funniest thing. Maybe the guy knew. Maybe somebody mentioned to him that my wife's husband was a big Stones fan or something. But we're at her company Christmas party ages ago. And I mean, I've seen the Stones live 4 times. I've seen Keith Richards live solo once. Stacks of albums, stacks of CDs. Huge fan. When I was a kid, I think it was maybe my freshman year in high school, my stepmom and my dad had gone all out for Christmas, and they got us all little TVs for our bedrooms, and had spent a lot of money on Christmas. And my sister had gone and peeked at everything, and she's like, oh, we're going to get TVs. I'm like, really? And so we're opening Christmas presents, and we're like, oh, TV, thanks, Dad. And they're like, really? That's their reaction? And back then you didn't get TVs in your own room. This was when we still had to, use whale oil in our lamps to light the house. But the last thing we opened were the stocking stuffers. And they'd gotten me a poster of Mick Jagger to stick in my stocking. And I opened it up, and I was like, a Stones poster? Kick ass! And my dad's like, that's the best reaction we've had all morning. Next year, everybody gets Stones posters for Christmas. In fact, this is not the Stones poster, but this is a relic I've been dragging around. It's sitting right here, so I'll grab it. But I don't even remember where I picked this up. This is a poster from the 81 tour. I think Jovan, they were like a cologne maker or something. And they were one of the sponsors for the tour. And I've just had this hanging around 20, 30 years. I don't know. Still a fan.
Every 80s dude had Jovan Muskler.
I am proud to say I did not. I think through high school I was wearing Halston I-12. I remember they had 2 cents, I-12 and Z-14. And I liked I-12 better because it smelled cleaner and more soapy. And Z-14 was a little heavier, more of a cologne fragrance. So, yeah, that was a thing back in the day.
At least you had real stuff, but when I was in high school, we had like Axe in our locker rooms, and I was like, oh my god.
Yeah, I think Axe body spray was developed and marketed to teenage boys to help prevent teenage pregnancy. It was basically girl repellent. And then I remember there was a thing for a while about Drakkar Noir. particularly being slathered on by people who weren't necessarily born in the United States. Alrighty, Garther, you're the guy with the wiki open. What are we going to hunt next?
Well, the only other scourges are the Mordor besieged ones, which are a little bit out of our level range. There's
Yeah, those are 120.
There are arid Mithrin scourges. I think they're 120 as well.
Those are 120 as well.
So we're out of scourges.
All right.
If we want to do instances, there's a number that we could choose from. We could do skirms or epic battles or something.
Well, we've got Zinger with us, so I figure we can do the 12-man deeping wall. Zinger
Sounds
can
good.
cover half, and we'll do the other half. He's pretty badass.
There are various six-mans, of course. Regular instances. Scalable ones.
Freelancer, have you had a chance to do Saragost yet?
I have not.
If you guys want to do Saragost, I could drop out.
Well, there's
And
5
I
of
can
us.
drop out.
So I'm looking for
I'll
six
drop
man.
out.
I'm looking for 6-man stuff in particular, but getting Saragost for freelancers on my list of things I'd like to get done too. I'm sure he's not in a huge hurry. It's not like he hasn't done it before, but at the same time, no reason to put it off. Doesn't take that long to run.
Yeah, the featured instance is a 3-man too.
Doesn't show you as eligible for it, Ed.
For Saragost, we ran it 2 or 3 times.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not going to show that because we have too many people.
No, I'm looking at it in the quest log, and it says Salinity's on the same quest as me, and it shows somebody else who hasn't taken the quest, and then it shows Ed as not.
Oh, I don't have the quest. We just ran the instance. You don't have to have the quest to run the instance.
On the eve of Sauron's assault against Minas Tirith,
Oh, okay.
ships of Umbar
You're not
sail
eligible
upriver to the
for
White
it
City.
in the
Meanwhile,
in the quest track.
atop the Dome of Stars, the Black Blade of Lebanon casts a dark shadow over Osgiliath, and the hosts of Minas
This is
Morgul
only level
follow.
90. How hard
If
can
his
it be?
spirit cannot be banished to Mordor
Exactly.
He
before
asks
uncovering Aragorn's
innocently.
gambit, it could spell
So,
doom
I'll
for
tell
all
you,
Middle-earth.
I a couple of weeks ago soloed this at 80, and I blew through everything without the slightest problem, including Rook,
Well, I can
including all of the insides.
You wanna
The only
rerun it at
problem is
110?
You can't solo. No. The only problem is you can't solo the Black Blade.
Okay.
Not unless you can one-shot him. I'm not even going to bother switching back to tank mode.
We've gotten our butts handed to us enough times. I'd just as soon finish this.
Yeah. No, let's do it. It won't be any problem.
Pond says, I've been to Tennessee a few times, only the eastern half. Grandparents used to live there, had a house on the lake. They passed years ago.
Yeah, I mean, Nashville, Chattanooga, all of that stuff is really pleasant country.
Ball King has been defeated. Yeah. I feel like setting this down 25 levels beneath us was probably a good call. That was weird. Yeah, what's funny about it is Tennessee's actually close enough we could just pack up the car and drive there. And we'd get there and Mrs. M would start complaining there weren't any Korean restaurants and we'd just have to turn around and come home.
I cannot speak to what restaurants still exist in Memphis. Used to be an extremely wide range of them. But strangely, some of the nicest restaurants I knew when we lived there are long gone. Including at the big hotel at the Peabody. There's a restaurant called The Ducks, DUX.
Mm-hmm.
And they actually had ducks that they kept in a little place of their own, little apartment on the roof. They came down an elevator and they walked through the lobby and the restaurant. And I don't know if they still have performing ducks at the Peabody Hotel, but the restaurant's gone. At a teppanyaki restaurant that I always thought was much more fun than Benihana's ever was, called the Nagasaki Inn. Run at the riverfront, actually on Front Street, called Captain Bilbo's. Has nothing whatsoever to do with Tolkien's work.
Of course.
Go get this one to the south first. I don't remember if it's essential to clear out all of these little encampments. When we get toward the center, we need to go after the ones to the easterly, each of which has a sorcerer or two. But I can't bring myself to bypass
Fair enough.
There was a steak restaurant right next to Cappadillo down on the waterfront called the Butcher Shop, and you would tell them what kind of steak you were gonna have, and 2 nights a week a couple could share a steak, and then they had 3 or 4 coolers scattered around the restaurant. You could go and pick out your steak and put it on the grill yourself. You'd get baked potato or fries, salad, and all of the Texas toast that you wanted. And you could get a regular sirloin, a New York, a T-bone, a porterhouse, and priced accordingly. And it was just always a no-brainer for my wife and I to share a porterhouse. She'd get the smaller half.
The fillet size, you ate the strip.
Yeah, well, a porterhouse is basically a New York strip plus a T-bone all in one big piece.
Well, the T-bone has the New York strip also. The porterhouse has more of the fillet on the fillet side. Normally they trim that. They trim the fillet tighter on the T-bone, and the porterhouse has a more generous cut of the fillet opposite the strip side. But a T-bone and a porterhouse are both going to have a New York strip on one side. Uh-oh, I think she's hollering for me.
And that's like 89, 90.
Yes, dear.
It was like $16 to share the
I'll be a little while.
porterhouse and have salad and potatoes and bread and a drink. And all of that without getting into any barbecue joints, which there's one. I think there have been 5 different barbecue places in Memphis that have been featured on Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives.
Potton says, I'm off. Have fun storming the castle. Potton, thanks for popping by and hanging out with us. Glad you made it.
We need one more Easterling camp.
They're here.
And that opens northeastern gate to where Rook is.
The other northeast.
So there's a threshold here. You go over these bumps and it restarts it. No, maybe you have to get within distance of one of the creatures. But it's pretty serious monologue. Rook is very
Ah, you have come. I
Very
see the allure of
emotional.
confronting me proved too tempting.
He says that, but then later he says, "You probably don't even remember me." It's like, huh?
yeah. Well, no, I mean that's in character. You guys not all there. Never was.
You are allured, but you don't remember me. Okay, got it.
So when the ravens surround one of these guys, they have really high mitigation.
Alright, folks, I'm gonna do some inventory management and I am to bed.
Alright, Antler. Thanks for hanging out with us.
Oh, beautiful. Huh. I didn't know that I hadn't finished that deed. That just finished Easterling Slayer Advance.
There you go.
Run away, Rook. Run away.
Even takes a long time to do that.
I know.
Run, Rook, run. There were some side ones here coming at us.
Including an archer.
Pew pews must die. Boy, there's a question. Lotro Players News still around? The podcast?
What, where?
Lotro Players News?
I don't know.
I like to circle around to the left the first time around. Huh. Nobody on this platform? There's usually at least one. Alright, go across the middle here. Definitely guard. Come back, don't want to go and instigate the door wards yet.
We don't?
I guess, I mean, just kind of a pattern in.
The door flies open with a shriek. Anything we need to know before we step in?
You might want to name your beneficiaries.
Do they reflect damage in here?
Don't think so.
Melee damage. There's a problem with. Is it that if you kill the birds, they explode, or? I remember
Well,
there's
summons a bunch of there's some ads that run towards you and then explode, and if you're in the proximity, it does morale damage, meaning you're just not going to survive no matter how much morale you have.
Yeah.
So you need to avoid those.
Run away.
So I'll try to absorb as much as I can, and everybody else just mostly do ranged actions. We can go in, it won't start until we get past the dais
Yeah.
there.
And even then, there's a lot of blah, 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 blah.
The first time through, yeah, if assuming white, yeah, there's a long.
Long have you battled, and much have you sacrificed to gaze upon your doom. Look below. The scourge of Umbar and the host of Minas Morgul shall lay waste to Minas Tirith.
Should be able to take him down before his minions get too busy.
Yet that is not your fate, mortals. You shall be the first to die.
Stay at range. Here they come. After me.
Beard. Didn't last very long. Good.
Escape death. The fate of Minas Tirith cannot be undone.
Quit monologuing. You're dead.
I thought he was dead and died for some reason.
Yeah, one of those things probably blew up next to you.
Don't worry, Zinger will res you. Alright, I gotta go take care of Mrs. M. I'll be right back. We have a TV remote emergency. She can't find where she dropped the remote. So, share stream hype. Donate lots of money to Extra Life while I'm gone, everybody. I'm on my way. Like 11:20. Crisis averted. She has found the TV remote. They left me all alone. Don't do melee damage to a group of melee characters. Yeah, it's kind of a whole thing.
Alright. That gets...
Did we get a lot of extra donations while I was gone? Yeah. And we didn't do it at level 50, so I still feel good about it. I don't have it on my list.
What?
Wrath and Ruin.
Oh no. It's
Ashes and Stars.
Silent Street.
Oh.
Silent Street is the one that I'm lacking to finish off Wrath and Ruin.
Well, I thought we'd done Silent Street. No?
No, I think we attempted it, but it bugged out.
Yes, it bugged.
Okay, that sounds familiar. Anybody want to pick a level?
Got a minimum 75, 90, 80.
75 is the minimum.
85.
Let's do it at 100.
All right.
Got to make it a little challenging.
Still only 1%.
In his haste to save Faramir, Beregond is thrown open the Fen Hullen and makes for the House of the Stuarts. In his wake, the enemies of Gondor descend on Rathdinan, the Silent Street, all hoping to bring the rule of the Stuarts to an end.
Ed, you know how Lake Town has all of those selectable fish trophies?
Mm-hmm. I do.
Did they accomplish anything?
Yeah, if you find them all, you get the title Fishmonger.
I've been through the city 3 times. I can't find one that I haven't touched.
Yeah, they'll drive you nuts.
No, it won't.
You've given up?
No.
Okay.
I'll look again sometime.
Okay.
But something to do with fish, I'm never going to allow to drive me nuts.
Okay, fair enough.
Why did I put it on? We have to go all the way down near the bottom of this first road. Gauge it.
So if I
that-
don't make it to my stream tomorrow at 2 p.m. Eastern, it's because I'm deathly ill because I'm eating some week-old leftover ceviche.
Normally that spot I just walked up on has something like on normal landscape. I don't remember if it's like a page of lore or... It's not a treasure cache. I'm used to there being something. Fine. That was fun. You're no challenge, he says, as he drops dead.
We're not a challenge to him anymore.
My armor. Through the smoke that you have to beat your butt.
guard the gates of Dol Guldur. Earnor returns garbed in the mantle of the Dread Terror. His rule shall be endless, and so on forever, to my master's whim. None shall defy the returned king, long as his crown laid amongst the dead, but no longer. None can defy his claim, not even the dead.
Yada yada.
Ginger says, have fun, I'm off to bed. Ginger, have a good night. I'm afraid. I'm very afraid.
Someone killed a light.
Oh, we just leave the lights alone?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ah.
They just kind of wander around.
We're on Lotro stream, so I'm not going to make a joke about his line mentioning Morgul taint. Just going to leave it alone.
Probably for the best.
We are keeping it classy here on Lotro stream tonight. I'm your host. I'm Big Ed Mustafa. And we are raising money for Extra Life. Standing Stone Games is doing a fundraiser this weekend to support Children's Miracle Network. Appreciate everybody who's donated so far. I hope more folks will be generous and contribute to the fundraiser. My goal was $500 last year. We actually hit $600. Would like to hit goal again this year, but I've been surprised at how slow it's been tonight. Very much appreciate Wendy and Forbin Kids supporting the fundraiser. Thank you to both of you.
Knocking out random lights in the middle of these.
Yeah, they're getting caught in our AoEs. It happens.
Where'd everybody go?
Up the stairs.
Go up the stairs last. We got another one. Okay, whatever.
Come to mock you. In fact, let me do a mock.
We're getting stuff thrown at us? Is that what's going on?
We're killing the boss.
Okay.
Right.
We are?
puddles.
Go no further. Kotmog ordered you to be spared and brought before him. But he bears no authority over me. I heed only my master's call, and my hatred for you and your ilk pales in comparison to his own. Let this be finished at long last.
Why so gloomy?
And let your fate be cast asunder. Face me. Power of the necromancer. Death comes. In death, all bend to the master's will. Let the failure of the fight be made complete. Let the first in a line of vermin find his shape renewed. Darkness surrounds you. Death pursues you. Death consumes you.
Ugh.
The might of my master shall smother you. Darkness.
I'm getting feared so much I can't heal. Silent Streets Tier 1. Nice job, fellas. We have to go rescue Faramir.
Yeah.
From Johnny Human Torch.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we could distract him with some nice juicy tomatoes.
Maybe.
And he sounds like one of those buffoons who misreads Nietzsche.
Thus spoke Zarathustra.
Okay, here's a weird connection while we're making them that made me think of something.
Mhm.
And I'll tie it into finals. I have the soundtrack from the movie 2001: A Space Odyssey. And one of the instrumental numbers on that album is entitled also Rock Zarathustra.
Which, if I'm not mistaken, is a tone poem by Richard Strauss, right?
I can't say. I'm drawing a memory from like 30 plus years ago. Last time I think I actually looked at it in the box.
Denethor will be out in just a minute.
Got to see a man about a gas leak.
Why do you suppose he hasn't come out yet?
I'm going to go ahead and activate.
Making an ash of himself?
Could be. All right, my thanks to Forbin Kid and to Wendy for donating for the fundraiser. Hopefully we'll get some better results tomorrow. Appreciate Forbin Kid, Egarther, and Zinger, and Freelancer, all for joining tonight. It was fun running with you guys as always. I'll be on at 2 p.m. Eastern tomorrow. Come by and say hello. And to the rest of y'all, you don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. Sleepy Dog TV is streaming Lotro. We might go check him out. Bloodborne's on. He's playing Ashes of Creation. Jules Quest is on. She's playing Fallout 76. Professor Teacher G is on. She's playing Valorant. Lots of Lotro streamers tonight. Not many of them actually streaming Lotro. Potino Bowen is on. Potine is streaming Lotro right now. Forbin Kid, you want me to go raid Potino Bowen or you want me to go raid Sleepy Dog TV?
Okay.
No, you get a pick. But you have to pick. I'm calling you out.
OT.
Okay. So we will shout out Sleepy Dog. And we will go raid Potino Bowen. So you got a couple of great choices there. Show some love. If you're not already following both of them, go ahead and take care of that. And we'll hopefully see y'all tomorrow. Have a great weekend, everybody. Thanks.
Good night.
Good night. Did you pick Pote?